Hey Pamela, how you doing, love? Tired? Yeah, me too. Are you staying warm? Good deal. I'm aiming to uh, also start going live uh, on my Facebook as well. Trying to. I need probably another one of these little heaters. We that there just quit. I reckon I can't do nothing. But we're trying. Hey Patricia. But I wanted to let everybody know that I want to start going live sometimes on my Facebook as well. So um, I have some groups over there, but it was on my old Facebook page and it was under Jetty's Paranormal. So it would be the new one that ain't got 900 daggum people on it. So y'all can always watch for a notification for that too if you guys get on Facebook or whatnot. Still be under John Holt no matter what, but it would say, you know, in relation, you know. uh, that reminds me, two people jumped off since last night. Hey, Mim Jean. Um, yeah, two people jumped off from last night, and somebody commented. I don't remember who it was. Said that that little girl that we were doing a session for last night said that her dad is the one that killed her. Well, you know, we talked about that. We just didn't put it in perspective. We said that this could have been a set up deal. People would go back and listen to it. They would hear us talk about that. Um, but it don't make no difference how it went. The little girl was in danger, and she from last night she was not deceased. But I think I think they may be a couple little jealous around here. Um, I guess I need to explain myself. I shouldn't have to, but I'm going to. When I do these shows, and I'm speaking to anybody and everybody that ever lays eyes on this live here, if I title my show JD's Live, I do not know which way it's going to go. I don't know what we're going to hear. We may hear one thing and stay on that. We, we may do like I said the other day I want to do. Just turn it on and let it rip so everybody can hear from a loved one. But, you know, when people jump off like that and when they're gone for a week or two or a month or whatnot, when they pop back up, we automatically know. Which I mean, I can see now, when they do it. But uh, some people take it a little too far. Um, I'm here for every one of you. I'm not here for just one. I think of you all the same to me, and I want that to be very well known. Um, I care for each and every one of you. Yeah, and I think sometimes, like when it come up Christmas and when it comes up to a loved one's birthday or um, the day that a loved one passed, and people tell me that that's the date that you know that it took place. That's telling me that they want to try to hear from a loved one. Hey, holler. Um, I believe some people, uh, get a little jealous, and what I mean by that is, I said no matter who it is, you know, I changed that rule. What 2 weeks ago, three? If you are not subbed up, you will not get me to call out to nobody for you, and you will not get a session. And I asked everybody, did that sound fair? And about everybody said that was fair. That was that's the least everybody could do. Um, and I noticed yesterday there's a couple people mentioning that a loved one's death date was coming up in a day or so, and I said, well, tomorrow will be. Hey, Alicia, that tomorrow will be just us, for us. And I think that put him a little jealousy. Um, so again, people have jumped off for 2,219 again. And if I don't think it's me going about it wrong, I think I did this, set these rules where everybody would understand and know that they have to be subbed. And if not, then you don't get anything. Um, the two new ones that come in that we spoke to a couple times, they're the ones that jumped off. Um, But I would rather have new ones come in here that will actually stick with us and help grow this family, and then I wouldn't care a bit to work with them. But if people think that they're going to come in here and expect to hear from loved one the day they show up here, that's not the way this works. It's not my fault. You know, the number one key to keeping a spirit from speaking or calling out to you is depression and stress. When you feel like that, they don't want to make it worse. They carry their love with them when they go, and they will do nothing to make them think that they can make you feel worse or whatnot. They like for people to be up, and uh, anxious to hear from a loved one, and that's where they get their energy from. We spoke on this 1,000 times. You can't please everybody. I said I was just only going to say it one time, but apparently I've got to say it again. No matter where you are in the world, if you catch us or watch these things later, which I know you do, I try to be fair with everybody. And if you ever want to hear from a loved one, in any way, as far as me calling out to one or doing a session or whatnot, you have to be subbed up, you know. Hit the like button, support the channel. Uh, uh, Mariska, I have been looking through your videos because I remember you the first to tell everyone that Daniel had been driving around the night of the disappearance. Can you retell that? Um, you talking about uh, Jack and Lily? Um, yeah, I mean, I can give a little bit on it to start with. Uh, Daniel, it showed him leaving, and apparently that's when he went and got uh, um, what's his name, and then it wasn't long after that uh, it showed him walking out of the trailer with something wrapped up in plastic and sheets, and then both vehicles leave. Um, that's that because the date that they claimed that the children went missing is not accurate. These children were missing a week or more prior to this. School records have got it. Public records have got it. Um, I've had someone to check public records on Daniel and Malaya. Um, and they kept trying to talk about the first and the second. The only thing that was is because that's when Granny gets paid, you see. And if they thought they were going to get caught or whatnot, that way they could get the money and just leave the state. Um, but that didn't ever happen. July 20th. Well, the all I know is that it was someone that was her name, same of age, and that there was some foul play there. I can't ever say where if it's directly the same person that I'm trying to reach out to because a lot of times they will not give a name. But I listened to it back and they did call her name off several times. Um, and then on top of that, they said that uh, his friends had took the girl. Now that could have meant that he wasn't the only one trying to do it all by himself. Maybe he had somebody to help him try to hide the body. I don't know. And for I mean, I cannot help how dates go. I can't help any of that stuff. The only thing I can do is go by what the children tell me. And if that was in June, July, whatever, um, well, then there should be some more uh, names of Melena out there that's had the similar type situation because I told him right off the top that his story did not add up. That wouldn't work. I even watched and looked and scrolled all the way down Interstate 88. That dog wouldn't hunt. Now, could he have took her down in the woods and did that, claiming he had to go use the bathroom? Sure. But again, we mentioned that. We plainly said that they wouldn't be but two choices in this matter. Either he got in a mess and somebody did it, or somebody followed them knowing that it was just him and her, or he had this thing set up. And you can go back and rewatch it and listen to it if you want to, and you'll hear us talk about this thing could have been a setup deal. Um, and when dealing with the paranormal, I don't care if it's a child, teen, adult, or granny or grandpa. Sometimes they are lousy spellers and lousy speakers because it takes them so long to think about what the answer might be that you're asking for. And it's easier for some that have learned the ropes, you know, after departing from, the physical. But her father, not his, sorry, messed up. Well, like I said, all I can do is go by what they tell me, you know, and I'm going to believe a child before I believe anybody else, and I say that with dignity because they deserve to get their story told. Um, yes. Now, as far as Daniel and them, yes, that's the way that played out. Uh, well, like I said, hon, Melinda, Melinda era, Melinda, um, go back and rewatch and listen with some earbuds, and you'll see we talked about he could have set this thing up. And what I was stuck on so much was the way it was told from Nancy Grace that didn't add up. There was no way that you could make that make sense. I looked all the way up Interstate 88. And if he would have just got out of the car and went down and took a piss, somebody would have had to drive nearly 2.5 miles to get to the next turnaround just to come back. And that'd be another 2.5 miles to come back and then get back on their same side of the road. And that's when we started talking about this could have been a set up deal. And either he carried out, cowered out, or things just went south, either way. Um, well, you're welcome. Uh, and like I said, if any of you enjoy my content, feel free to subscribe. Well, from the female that spoke last night, she is. She didn't speak. The female that we was trying to reach out to last night, I never did get nothing from her. So whoever the female was, the child or teen, is not dead. Not at this time. Now, did that mean that it was the same girl? No. Sometimes we got to think outside the box. We can't know precisely just who is so and so until we learn their voices. But with us not getting her voice, we could not, you know, put it 100% and get her part of the story on it. If we could had, then maybe we'd found out last night or so that the dad did do it. That's why I always tell everybody, don't listen to what's being said, listen to how it's being said. But her little voice just did not come through last night, period. So there's a child of this that is in this same frame of horror and is not deceased as of last night. And them talking about doing some very, very gruesome things. Um, them things take time. And that's why I said if anybody, started 100-mile radius and start working in, they could have a better chance of trying to find this child that is alive. Hey Lynn. Hey Kathy. Hey Mimi. Hey everybody. Uh Let me get back up here to the comments. Uh uh Hey Sabina. Yes, and I was the first one to discover that no one else knew until like I said, all I can do is go by what they tell me. And that's like Jack and Lily. They have told every daggone thing. And a lot of people just don't want to turn to the spiritual side of things and take it in consideration. And I've said 1,000 times, a skeptic to come hang out with me for a day, and they'll go home a believer. That's why I try to listen so very closely to sounds, voices that I've not been hearing, which I did. Probably 90% of the time, I hear one come through that I've not been hearing. Um, and surprisingly, I heard several young ladies speak through, not counting Jack. Um, it's been Cassie, Judy, uh, Mimi, Kathy, Mariska. That's a pretty name. Mariska. That's pretty. Uh, Kathy, Alicia. Um, yeah, I hope you like my content. If you do, again, feel free to sub. Um, you'll come to find out that this is one of the best social media families based on what we do, and not only just paranormal, but challenges and family vlogs and things such as that. Uh, there's a lot of good people here. Lisa Miller. Uh, don't recognize that one. May Jean, Sabina, Judy. Yes, you were the only one that knew it was months later when Long and Smith reported the vehicle driving. Yes. Uh, that's why I left it like I did, love. That way it can go two ways. Um, and I'll say it again for the fifth time tonight. All I can do, and the only thing I will do, is go by what they tell me. Um, because we can't tell a spirit what to say. But the child that I did call out to last night that apparently had either the first same name or whatnot is not deceased. Uh, your mom passed November 11th. Would like you know if she's okay? Well, Lisa Miller, what you have to do, and I'm going to go ahead and explain this again, especially since I got some new ones jumping in here. Um, now, here a while back, I had to, well, not too long ago, but a little bit ago, I had to set a new rule because people were jumping the gun on me here. And the only rule I have is that you have to be subbed and hit that like button. That's all I ask. It's totally free, 100%. Don't cost you a daggum dime. The only way, even when we do, like if I title it JD's Live, that means we love to do anything or just sit here and listen for loved ones. Um, but I will not acknowledge anyone that calls out to a loved one here if they are not subbed up. And I went to the polls and I said, does it seem fair for the least that I'm asking is for if you want to hear something from a loved one or because you may hear one on here, you may hear a loved one call out your name. Do you want to really miss that chance just because you didn't sub up? I don't think so. So That's the only thing that I say. Sub up, and I can count by numbers, and I can tell if you did or you didn't. Um, we were at 2,621. Well, we was all the way up to 2,629, and a bunch jumped off because I put everybody in their place, kind of. Uh, I don't tolerate bullcrap. But you can see it right there, and you can see down there -2 again. So uh, when that bumps up to 2,620, and then for the other new one that's here, you sub up, we will be back to 2,621, and then we can carry on from there. Uh, yeah, his story was made up. It didn't make a bit of damn sense. I can read a few lines in somebody's junk, and I'll know if they're full of crap or not. Hey, Lynn. Uh, thank you, Judy. Mimi, you subbed. Lisa Miller says, I am. Welcome all the newbies to JSP. Yeah. Uh, uh, well, it has not jumped up yet if you have subbed. And this went down at like 3 o'clock in the morning. So, um, I'll show you again. It's still 2,619. And the best thing to do is turn your notification bell on to all, but still sometimes YouTube don't give out notifications. And I tell everybody just to kind of keep an eye on your devices. Because sometimes I don't know when I'm going to get to go live. I had a lot of stuff to do today. I had to go down to the health department, and then man, my sister had some things to do, and then had to go pick her up. And I mean, we're just now getting here, sitting down, and doing what we're doing. So I'd like to have been able to come about midday. That was my what I wanted to. You unsubbed. Um, let me recoil out. Now y'all know that y'all just sing. Thank you. See, uh, Lynn, Lynn, uh, Sabina, Tanya, Paula, everybody. Uh, Once I get some of these uh, done and edited, or I mean not edited, but get them done, get them, make sure everything's uploaded and whatnot. I'm gonna send you guys the little clip uh, as far as subs with names or whatever they're going by. And if they're unsubscribed, it'll have a minus beside of it. If they are subbed, it'll have a plus. So that lets you know who is, who ain't, kind of deal. And I want y'all to have that. Uh, Let me look, love. Still 2,619. And y'all seen it said -2. Yesterday, or last night, whatever it was, um, I heard something from I believe it was Rose said that they found one of Summer's tops. So um, I know it really ain't nothing they can go off with it, but still, I mean, it's something to. Let me refresh the page. Go back. YouTube Studio. Okay. Now let me show you guys what I'm talking about here. 2,620. Yes, you did sub up, and thank you. Um, and as long as you're here and part of the JSV family, anytime that we hear your name, uh, well, I'll acknowledge it and say who it is, and then you can ask questions. Um, hey, Carol. Hey, Lord of mercy. Hey, my best guest 81. Hey, Carol. Spain. I heard the top. I heard her top. Now I don't know if it was the pink one or that. Uh, 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 yeah. What was it? Uh, excuse me. Uh, one. Uh, one of them was pink, and maybe you said gray. Well, that may be because I know the last two frames that they had of her, she had one was pink and one was something else. So I didn't remember which one, and they pretty much had that coat zipped, about all the way up. Uh, uh, you have I have checked. Mark by the bell, no place to sub, so I'm subbed already. Um, let me see something here, and that is Lisa Miller. Um, yeah. Uh, they brung dirt in truck loads out of there, so they looking for more. Yeah, that's what they need to do for sure. Um, I'm just glad that they've got what they have got so far. Um, yeah, Lord, yeah. Um, and and when we talked with her, uh, she told us, yeah, but she was still, kind of ticked because missing a couple of things, that we've talked about. Um, and last night, even when uh, she came through, um, you wouldn't even need earbuds for it. Again, with her just being 5, she said still no swing, and they know that that's what was something she loved to do. Uh, yes, that's right. That's right. Uh, used to be on a lot, having in a while family stuff going on. Uh, remind me, Lisa Miller, of something that we did for you during, since it's been a while or whatnot. Try to recollect my memory for me if you can. If I've done a session for you, or if you know somebody that's uh, been here as well, see if you can let me know of something that would ring a bell to me. Um, now, the way my mind has got, that old short term memory loss junk is a real deal. And it's scary and it's aggravating at the same time. Hell, I called down there to take care of my truck insurance twice, and that woman laughed at me. Now, this was last month, but still, I forgot I done paid it. It's crazy, man. I can go in the kitchen, make a cup of coffee, come back in, sit down, not even have a coffee cup with me. Just little things like that's aggravating. It's easy for me to get confused here. But you said you've been here, but just not in a good while. So tell me some of your family stuff, or what's going on, or what I did for you uh, when you were on here. Let me know, and then that way we can move forward with that. And thank you uh, for subbing up. That means a lot, and it means a lot to the family here too. I pray that this family keeps growing. You can search the platform all across the nation, and you will not find a better group of family members on social media than right here at JSV. Yeah, hot chip stuff. Yeah, pray up. I've got two others now that I hadn't done yet, but every one of them now, but them two's the only ones I hadn't done. Y'all know I've done 321 hot sauce uh, tasting and uh, challenges. It's crazy, ain't it? Yeah, hang on just a second. Let me look up something real quick. She was on. Thought she said she was sleeping and going to bed. Um, let's see. Um, All right, let's get ready to turn this puppy on. Get down to business. Well, no, I'm not going to be serious about it. I'm just going to. Uh, no, I'm not from Illinois. I did live up there for about five, 5.5 months. Yes. Uh, um, hmm, let's see. Get this started. Um, and what I'm going to do is. Oh, you're in Illinois. I missed you. Lisa Miller is here. Yeah, sure is. MG says, "Sweet summer with purple hearts." Talk to me. Does anyone know what tomorrow night will be? Does anyone know what tomorrow night will be? Uh, Wanda's okay. Judy says, "Love you, Daddy, Mama Betty, Mama Carolyn, uh, Janice, Summer, Rose, and Sebastian with hearts and roses. Good night. Good night, love. Thanks for being here." Um, you think you did? I probably didn't come in. Sometimes I can't catch it in time. Can anyone tell me? Yeah, me jeans on, Summer. Yes, me jeans on. Uh, does any, she said, "Me, Jean, are you watching?" Yeah. Zoe, she's not on. Uh, does anyone know what tomorrow night is going to be at midnight? Mimi says, yes, Summer, I am here, my girl, with purple hearts. Oh, New Year's Eve. Yeah, you're right. Or New Year's Eve right there. What happens after midnight tomorrow night? Uh, me, Jean, she said, are you good? A relationship. Okay. Your mom is not, or your family is not feeling good, or your mom's not feeling good. And then I heard a female say, no, she isn't. So, oh, so is your mom not feeling good? No, Summer, that's one thing that people don't do is doubt you. That's for sure. Uh, sick. I'm sorry to hear that, love. Uh, me Jean says. Me Jean says. Yes, Summer. I will not be sad tonight. And Sabina says, "Oh, sweet Summer with purple heart." Uh, Sabina. Me Jean says, "Rose, are we sick? Are sick with a cold?" About everyone is sick. I don't doubt it. What? And another thing. Now, I'm also speaking to everybody around the world that uh, is subbed here, but is uh, hours and hours separate from here in Alabama. We are Central Time. Um, so tomorrow, like I said, if you want to, if you're still up or whatnot, um, I'd like for all of us to be able to bring the New Year in together, and we'll we'll do something a little special tomorrow if y'all want to. But yes, Mimi says, Rose, we are sick with a cold stomach. Yeah, we're trying to love. We're trying to. I reckon I gotta get another little heater. And quit. Yeah, it's cold here too. Yeah, ours did too. Mine quit. Okay, good. Pamela. Uh, what am I to do? And And let me explain. Um, and if anybody jumps off because of this, again, when someone yesterday said that so and so date would be a date that a loved one had passed, we all have them. Even my mom, March 27th of 2024. Um, well, I bet it is, Carol. Uh, uh, I'm trying to be fair with everybody. Um, so what I think we'll do tomorrow. Um, Now we'll have to do it. If we're going to do it right, we got to do it right. So that means we'll have to start it after the ball drops at midnight. Um, I'm going to give a 20-minute offering for everyone to come on. She gets off tomorrow at 9, so we'll probably be on by 10:30 anyway. Um, but anyway, the ones that's on, and even if you are some of the ones that's in a foreign country and are my one of my subs, you're just as much family as we are here, the ones that's here now. Um, be here within 20 minutes of the time I go live. When it strikes 20 minutes, that is all the names that I'm going to write down. And what I'm going to do is have Christina write down everybody's name. We're going to put it in a drawing bowl, and we're going to do 3 drawings. And out of 3 people, we'll get to hear from a loved one. Now, this is a test. If they don't nobody jump off, and y'all know right now we're at 2,620. If nobody jumps off, we'll keep that plan in progress. But this, like I said, is going to be a test because I would like to do this for probably 2 or 3 days. Um, and that way, the vast majority of all of us would get the opportunity. Um, so if nobody jumps off, everybody stays and does their, like normal. For the next 3 days, we will do that. But the first one will not be drawn until after midnight. I think that'll be a good way to bring in the new year. Is by sitting here doing something for the family that I love. Couldn't get much better than that. Um, and I say it all the time. I love y'all. And if you could meet me in person, I mean, you'd see the same thing. I mean what I say. I love each and every one of you. Y'all support me on what I do. You guys get to learn about the paranormal and things. You also get to see us be fools when we get out and try to make some, just some content, or something. But you're always there to see it or to comment. And that means so much to me. Um, I'd walk through hell and fire for every one of you, and I take that to my grave. Y'all have been my rock. You guys have seen me at my lowest and seen me at my highest. And only family gets to see that from somebody. We love you too, honey. We love you all. Thank you. Thank you, Lynn. Thank you guys. Going on 5 years. That's right. Um, you know, even when I'm, and the people that are new here that watch this and whatnot, um, there are times that I go into a depression state and I don't want to speak or talk or, do anything with anybody. And ever since we started growing this, we love you too, honey, this family here, I've not had that domestic problem. Uh, I live for this. This is my way of just trying to even make ends meet, and that still don't help without help. But you know, uh, good night, love. I want y'all to just know that I love you, and I wouldn't understand why in the world people wouldn't enjoy coming here, becoming a JSP fam, meeting awesome people like yourselves, and just want to, have a chance to hear my loved one too. I do not believe that there is a better gift that love you too, honey, that anybody could give to someone. Thank you. So let's start this New Year's off right, and let's keep it going, and uh, just keep trying to build here. And I did mention earlier. Now, I am going to start also uh, try to go live every once in a while on my Facebook. Now, a lot of you know my new account, so that'd be the one that I go with. The one that says in relation, that don't have 900 friends on it. So anyway, um, now start keeping an eye on, for here and for Facebook. Um, I'm gonna see how my data works away from the house on Facebook and see if it uh, uh, everybody keep Judy in your thoughts, prayers. Her stomach is still hurting. I heard that a couple of times tonight. Look, um, I would want y'all to watch it and see if maybe it's a little clearer doing that away from the house. Because if I do it through just upload through YouTube, I'd have to keep the camera completely still, or it makes the trees and whatnot blurry a little bit. But as long as I got it stationary and leave it alone, it don't do that. But I just want to see how well it'll do. So if you have not yet, find me up on uh, Facebook. Um, I'm gonna go ahead and cut this thing. I love each and every one of you, and I will see you tomorrow. Keep keep an eye on your devices. Good night, love. Love every one of you. Bless you, love.